A nation still in mourning and a government responding with urgency. As the island grapples with the chilling aftermath of a pair of brazen daylight homicides in Castries on Saturday, August 16th, the Prime Minister is taking swift action. At a pre-cabinet press briefing on Monday, he addressed growing public concerns and outlined new crime-fighting measures aimed at turning the tide of violence. Among the immediate steps, tighter surveillance on illegal goods flowing into the country, a move authorities hope will cut off the lifeline of weapons and contraband fueling criminal activity.
What is happening in the meantime is the Customs Department has been strengthened in terms of their surveillance. It has been strengthened. That is work in progress. That is happening all the time. Scanners have been purchased for customs. Scanners have been purchased for customs. New scanners. There were some scanners that were damaged. They are being repaired. This is active, happening every day. The surveillance in the customs is being improved and increased all the time.
Ahead of a planned UWP protest outside Tuesday's Parliament sit-in, UWP candidate for Castries East, Peter Chiquot, drew on his experience as former Comptroller of Customs to shed light on the scanners that were already in place during his time in office.
When I became Comptroller of Customs, even prior before me becoming Comptroller of Customs, as an Assistant Comptroller, I was approached by an officer who informed me that he was the chairman of a scanner committee. So at the time, while being an assistant comptroller, I was basically not assigned to any portfolio. And so when he came to me, he was asking for information regarding the scanners. He wanted me to assist him with preparing and utilizing the scanners. So I did ask him what is the situation with the scanners, and he informed me that the scanners had been damaged.
The former Customs Comptroller confirmed the cause of the damaged scanners and went on to highlight the steps he took to resolve the issue and facilitate their repair.
I inquired as to how it got damaged, and he did inform me that it got damaged. It was waterlogged. Apparently water was poured into the scanner. So that's the extent of the conversation I had with him then. On assuming the responsibility as Comptroller of Customs in 2020, I did engage the Ministry of Finance to have them to repair the scanners. Because what my understanding is that the scanners had been repaired and they got waterlogged again, a second time. So I did engage the Ministry of Finance to do repairs on the scanner. That was approved. And I did hand the responsibility over to the gentleman, Mr. Sherman Emmanuel, who is now the sitting comptroller. At the time, he was the deputy comptroller.
Chiquot added that since he is no longer responsible for the portfolio, he is not informed about the current progress on the scanner repairs, though he noted that the necessary parts for the repairs were en route.
As of the election of July 2021, the incoming government came, and I was basically relieved of that portfolio. And so as the new comptroller, Mr. Sherman Emmanuel would have all the responsibility to account for the scanner. As of my departure as Comptroller of Customs, I have no information as to what happened to the scanner. So for me, any other question regarding the repairs, I'm not even sure if the repairs, what I know is the parts for the scanners were on the way. But as to whether or not it got here and whether or not the scanners were repaired, I cannot speak to that.
While concerns were raised by the UWP's Castries East candidate, the government maintains it is doing all it can to stop the flow of illegal guns and drugs, part of a broader push to get crime under control. For Choice News Now, I am Direct Lionel.